Undersecretary-General for Humanitarian Affairs Martin Griffiths has called for safe passage to Ukrainian conflict zones so the UN can deliver humanitarian aid in a meeting with the UN Security Council. The Russia-Ukraine war has caused many casualties. The two countries have been working on reaching an agreement on humanitarian corridors, which will allow civilians to leave the ravaged cities.
We need safe passage for humanitarian supplies into areas of active hostilities. Civilians in places like Mariupol, Kharkiv, Melitopol and elsewhere desperately need aid, especially life-saving medical supplies, the kind that have been brought in these past days by WHO. Many modalities are possible, but it must take place in line with the parties' obligation under the laws of war.
Yesterday, Russia said it would open humanitarian corridors on Tuesday from cities like Kiev and Mariupol, allowing civilians to evacuate areas which have been under heavy Russian attack. However, a ceasefire has been difficult to achieve. Yesterday, the Pentagon said Russia was bringing in foreign fighters. Meanwhile, thousands of volunteers have traveled to Ukraine and banded with Kiev's forces, according to the foreign minister.
First of all, Russia must stop violating the ceasefire arrangements aimed at ensuring rapid, safe and unhindered passage through humanitarian corridors. It must put an end to spreading disinformation and manipulating the lives of civilians. Evacuation through humanitarian corridors is only possible when the ceasefire regime is fully upheld. The Ukrainian side is ready for that.
Exports and imports out of Ukraine's seaport have come to a halt. Kiev's UN ambassador Sergei Kislitsia warned that this could have a global impact as Ukraine exports key products like wheat and is responsible for 55% of the world's sunflower oil. He also warned of health concerns and called on the International Committee of the Red Cross to help repatriate fallen soldiers and prisoners of war.